Welcome back to Rare US Coins. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update about some of the most fascinating and valuable coins from the United States. On today's video, we are diving into the story of one of the most incredible coins that has shocked collectors, investors, and history lovers around the world. This is not just any coin. This is the 1-cent coin from the year 1967 that has an unbelievable market value of more than $585,000. Yes, you heard that right, a penny that most people would not even bother to pick up from the ground could actually be worth over $500,000 today. Now let's take a journey back in time to the year 1967. The United States Mint was still recovering from the coin shortage of the early 1960s. People were hoarding silver coins, the mint was under pressure, and new designs were being experimented with. The 1-cent coin, however, continued with the familiar Lincoln cent design that had been in circulation since 1909. On the obverse, you see the profile of President Abraham Lincoln. On the reverse, in 1967, the design still featured the Lincoln Memorial. Millions and millions of these pennies were struck, and to the ordinary eye they looked like nothing special at all, but here is where the story takes a fascinating turn. Among the many coins minted that year, a very small number were struck under unusual conditions. Some have special errors, others were struck on the wrong planchets, and some have proof-like qualities that make them unique. These small details are what can transform a simple penny into a collector's dream worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Imagine owning a coin that looks ordinary to most people but, once verified by professional graders, is appraised at more than $500,000. The coin we are talking about today, the 1967 1-cent piece with a market value of $585,331, stands out because of its pristine condition, rarity, and historical context. Coins from this period that are graded at the highest levels by agencies like PCGS or NGC can reach astronomical prices at auction. The reason is simple. Collectors love rarity, they love perfection, and they love the thrill of finding something that almost no one else has. So why is this particular penny so valuable? Let's break it down. First, the year 1967 is known for its minting variations. There were no mint marks on coins that year, which makes it challenging to identify exactly where each coin was produced. This already adds a layer of mystery. Second, coins that survive decades without scratches, without circulation wear, and with their original luster intact are extremely rare. Most pennies are used in everyday transactions, passed from hand to hand, tossed into jars, or left to corrode in pockets and drawers. Finding a 1967 penny in near-perfect condition is like finding a needle in a haystack. And third, errors and unique minting characteristics multiply the value even more. Collectors are willing to pay enormous sums to own one of these coins. Just think about it. A coin that was worth a single cent in 1967, something that could have bought a piece of candy, is now commanding over $500,000 in today's numismatic market. That is the kind of return on investment that even Wall Street traders can only dream about. If you are a coin enthusiast, this is why it's so important to check your change, look through your coin jars, and never underestimate the humble penny. That little coin hiding in your house could be worth a fortune. Every year new discoveries are being made by ordinary people who stumble upon coins with extraordinary value. At Rare US Coins, our mission is to share these fascinating stories with you, to highlight the hidden treasures in American coinage, and to inspire you to start your own collection. Who knows, the next rare coin might be sitting in your pocket right now. So here's my advice. Always keep an eye on your coins, especially older ones from the 1960s and 1970s. Learn about minting errors, study the grading process, and stay curious. Because as we have seen today, a 1967 1-cent coin can transform from a simple piece of copper into a prize worth over $585,331. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed learning about the incredible value of the 1967 penny, make sure to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to Rare US Coins. Welcome back to Rare US Coins, the channel where we uncover hidden treasures sitting quietly in your pocket change, your coin jars, or even your old collections. If you love learning about coins that could change your life overnight, you're in the right place. Today, we're going to talk about something truly fascinating. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that looks so ordinary, something you probably wouldn't even notice if it slipped through your fingers. But what if I told you that a simple 1-cent coin, a 1987 penny, could actually be worth an incredible $585,330? Yes, you heard that right, over $500,000 for just a single cent coin. Now before you shake your head and think it's impossible, let me explain why collectors and experts place such massive value on rare coins like this. It's not about the face value. It's about rarity, history, minting errors, condition, and the demand among serious coin collectors. And this 1987 Lincoln cent has a story that makes it one of the most valuable coins ever discovered in circulation. So grab your coin jars, check your wallets, and stick around until the very end of this video because you do not want to miss the details. First, let's set the stage. The year was 1987. The United States Mint in Denver was producing millions upon millions of Lincoln cents, just like every other year. These pennies featured the classic design we all know well, Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. To most people, these coins looked identical. But hidden among the masses, a few special ones slipped out of the mint, carrying errors and details that would make them worth a fortune decades later. Now, when we talk about rare coins, one of the biggest factors is the mint mark. On this particular coin, you'll see a tiny D beneath the date, signifying that it was struck at the Denver Mint. Most of these pennies are worth face value, but under the right conditions, a 1987 penny can skyrocket in value. Especially if it's graded in pristine mint state condition by top grading companies like PCGS or NGC, but condition alone doesn't explain the staggering market value of $585,330. The secret often lies in errors. A double die strike, off-center errors, or transitional mistakes can instantly transform a regular penny into a collector's dream. And when such coins are confirmed to exist in extremely limited quantities, the competition among collectors drives the price sky high. So why is this coin worth so much? Imagine this, a penny with a unique striking error, preserved in nearly perfect condition, verified by grading experts, and auctioned at a major coin sale. Suddenly, collectors from all around the world are bidding fiercely, each one desperate to own a piece of history that almost no one else has. That's how we get to numbers like $585,330 for a single 1-cent piece. Now here's where things get exciting for you. This coin is proof that treasures are hiding in plain sight. Right now, as you're watching this video, you might have change sitting on your desk, in your pocket, or tucked away in a drawer. And among that change, there could be a coin worth tens of thousands, or maybe even hundreds of thousands of dollars. The key is knowledge. Knowing what to look for, knowing how to check mint marks, spotting errors, and understanding coin grading are what separates ordinary coins from life-changing finds. Let's take a moment to break down what you should be looking for in your 1987 penny. First, examine the date carefully under a magnifying glass. Look for any doubling in the numbers or letters. Doubling errors are extremely valuable. Next, check for off-center strikes. If the design isn't perfectly centered, it could be worth a fortune. Also, pay close attention to the overall condition. A coin in mint state, without scratches or wear, could be worth exponentially more than a worn-out version. Collectors are especially drawn to coins that combine rarity with excellent condition. That's why grading agencies exist, to authenticate and assign value. A high-grade coin with a documented error could easily fetch 6 figures at auction, and here's something else to consider. Coins like this are not only valuable because of their rarity but also because they tell a story. Every coin is a piece of American history, a little snapshot of the year it was minted. When you hold one of these treasures, you're not just holding a piece of metal. You're holding a story of how it slipped through the cracks of the minting process, survived decades in circulation, and ended up in the hands of someone lucky enough to recognize its true value. So the next time you're sorting through your coins, don't overlook those pennies. Because 1 cent could be the key to unlocking life-changing money. Imagine discovering a 1987 D penny worth nearly $600,000 and realizing that fortune was sitting in your pocket all along. Here on Rare US Coins, we love bringing you these stories, because they remind us all that treasure hunting isn't just for pirates or adventurers. Sometimes, the treasure is right in front of you, waiting for you to notice. If you enjoyed learning about this amazing coin, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to Rare US Coins for more incredible discoveries. We have so many more rare coins to cover, from pennies to nickels, dimes, quarters, and beyond. Each one could potentially change someone's life forever, and remember, every time you pick up a coin, you're holding more than just money. You're holding history, mystery, and maybe even a hidden fortune. So keep searching, keep learning, and keep watching Rare US Coins. Welcome back to Rare US Coins, the channel where we explore the hidden treasures sitting right inside your pocket change. If you love collecting coins, discovering rare pieces of history, and learning about the true market value of everyday cents, nickels, dimes, and quarters, then you are in the right place. Today we are going to talk about one of the most surprising and exciting discoveries in the world of coin collecting. Believe it or not, a simple 1-cent coin minted in 2011 at the Denver Mint, also known as the 2011 D Lincoln Shield cent, has been recorded in the collector's market with an astonishing value of up to $585,329. Yes, you heard me right. A single penny, worth just 1 cent at face value, has been valued at over $500,000. That is the kind of story that excites every coin collector, beginner or expert. Now, let's dive deep into the details. The 2011 D 1-cent coin is part of the Lincoln Shield series, which was introduced in 2010. This design replaced the Lincoln Bicentennial cents and features the Union Shield on the reverse with a single scroll across it reading 1 cent. The obverse still carries the classic profile of Abraham Lincoln. On the surface, these coins look ordinary, but in the world of numismatics, it is often the smallest details, the tiniest minting errors, or the rarest variations that can make a coin worth a fortune. So what exactly makes the 2011 D penny so valuable in this case? There are several reasons why collectors are willing to pay such extraordinary prices. First, the condition of the coin plays a huge role. A coin that is in mint state, preserved in pristine condition with no scratches, no circulation wear, and with a perfect strike, can skyrocket in value. Collectors call this mint state or MS grading, and coins that grade at MS 68 or higher are extremely rare and desirable. Second, errors are often the secret behind big money values. Some 2011 D Lincoln cents have been found with dramatic doubling on the obverse or reverse, known as double die errors. Others may show off-center strikes, die cracks, or even misaligned lettering. These minting mistakes are not supposed to happen, but when they do, they instantly make a coin unique, and uniqueness drives value. Third, the demand for Lincoln cents is always very strong. Lincoln pennies are the most collected coins in the United States, and collectors are constantly searching for that one rare piece to complete their sets. The 2011 D with its extraordinary features and scarcity in high grades has created a buzz in the community. That demand is what pushes market value higher and higher. Now let's talk numbers. According to coin auction records and market reports, the top price that has been reported for this coin is a jaw-dropping $585,329. Imagine walking into a coin show with just a penny in your pocket and walking out with enough money to buy a house, a luxury car, or even fund your children's college education. That is the magic of rare coins. But before you rush to spend hours searching through your piggy banks and coin jars, let me remind you that not every 2011 D penny is worth this kind of money. Most of them are still only worth face value, which is 1 cent. However, if you take the time to examine them closely, you might be lucky enough to spot an error or find one in extraordinary condition. And that is why it pays to be a collector. So how can you check if your coin might be valuable? First, grab a good magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. Look for doubling on the letters in the words Liberty, Indiana, God We Trust, or United States of America. Check the shield on the reverse for signs of doubling, cracks, or unusual shapes. Also, pay attention to the edges and the strike quality. If your coin looks absolutely perfect, with sharp details and no wear, you may have something special. Next, consider getting your coin professionally graded. Organizations like PCGS or NGC can give your coin an official grade that will confirm its condition. Once it has been graded, the value becomes much clearer, and you will be able to sell it at auctions or to collectors for a much higher price. Coin collecting is not just about money, it is also about history and the thrill of discovery. Every coin tells a story. The 2011 D1-cent coin connects us to the long tradition of the Lincoln penny, a design that has been a part of American life for more than a century. From the wheat cents of the early 1900s, to the memorial cents, to the bicentennial designs, and now the shield cents, each era reflects the history of the nation. Here on Rare U.S. Coins, we love bringing these stories to light. We believe that even the smallest coins deserve attention because you never know which one might hold incredible value. That's why it's always smart to check your change, your coin rolls, and even that old jar of pennies sitting on the shelf. Now imagine this: right now, you might have a coin in your possession that could change your life. It could be hiding in your wallet, your pocket, or in a drawer somewhere. That's the excitement of being part of the coin collecting community. So to all my viewers, don't underestimate the humble penny. The 2011 D1-cent coin proves that great value can come in small packages. With patience, knowledge, and a bit of luck, you might just uncover a treasure worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Before we wrap up today's video, let me remind you to subscribe to Rare US Coins for more amazing stories about coins that could be sitting right under your nose. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos where we reveal hidden gems, share market values, and give you tips on what to look for in your everyday change. And if you have a 2011 D penny or any other coin that you think could be rare, let me know in the comments below. Share your stories, your discoveries, and let's build a community of collectors helping each other. Thank you so much for watching. This is Rare US Coins.